Merry Christmas and happy holidays. But I'm not feeling very merry this year. I'm feeling a little grinchy. That's probably why when I'm doing this live broadcast, I'm going to bring up this topic. But one thing I did want to do is I wanted to show off this T-shirt I got. This is probably one of the best Christmas gifts I've ever gotten because it took me totally by surprise. I was really surprised. My wife picked it out for me. It's the little simple things that count. Because I should be happy this year too, because a lot of times my family is out of town on the holidays, and I'm actually usually by myself on Christmas Day or the day after Christmas because I have to be in town because of my day job. So that's all I'll say about that. But one thing that's a little grinchy is how we treat people who are beneath us. I started hearing a lot about the Russell Simmons rape allegations. You got the Russell Simmons rape allegations, so that's going to have, a lot of women being down on men. And you have a lot of feminists who pick up that charge because if you notice when some of the feminists talk about that issue, they always start talking about the accused for a second. Then they turn around and just go men, 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 right? And it shouldn't be men, men, men. It should be the person that did the crime, the person that did the crime, the person that did the crime. But then, so that can make me want to go, well, I don't want to hear anything about that and jump against their side. It just be, I'm just on man's side. But then when I think about it, the reason why there are men who do things like that is because they feel like women are beneath them. So if they feel like the women are beneath them and they don't care and they want what they want, they just gonna take it. They're not gonna negotiate with them. They're not gonna reason with them. They're not gonna feel pity or remorse or fear. And they're gonna act like terminators until they get what they want. So that's going to be how they react. So then when I hear that, that makes me want to jump back over on the women's side. But the whole thing about it all, whether you're talking about how Russell Simmons treats people and then how radical feminists want to use that as an excuse to just attack men, and especially now that we have women coming into power, if I want to say if there's any resentment towards women coming into power and towards people who already have power, it is this. How do you treat people who are beneath you? I don't really care what people think. I really don't. I swear. I'm not one on how you think. I'm one on how you treat me. So you can think whatever you want about me. That's fine. But I don't want you mistreating me because you think I'm beneath you. How do you treat the people that you feel are beneath you? Let's face it. No matter how humble you are, I consider myself a very humble person. There are people that you feel are beneath you, or you don't think they're on your level. With me, I don't think that little children are on my level because they're not. They don't have my intelligence, my level of cognitive ability. They're a child. They're not fully developed yet. So, in a way, they're beneath me. But I don't mistreat them because they're beneath me. How do you treat people who are beneath you? And in the martial arts, instructors, not all. You have some instructors that feel like the students are beneath you because they're coming to you for special knowledge. You have it, and you want to impart it to them. And they're paying you. I mean, in a way, I hate to say it, but you are beneath the person. If you are going to that person and you are paying them to teach you something, in that role, in that sense, you are beneath them. If they are an authority over you, that you are beneath them. We are, as instructors, in a way, our students are beneath us. But how do you treat the people that are beneath you? That, I think, is what's wrong with a lot of stuff in the world. It is the way that we treat people that we feel are beneath us. We abuse them. Students. A lot of people feel like where they're at, it's like a martial arts instructor is like a contractor or this paid labor whose job it is to service you by imparting the skill that you want. And in a way, especially if we have like a storefront or something, we treat our students like they're customers and we try to provide them a service. So we'll feel as though we are providing a service and they're paying us to provide them a service of being a martial arts student. So in that sense, if they are paying us for labor and time, in that sense, we are beneath them. So students, how do you treat your instructor if you feel like your instructor is beneath you? Like I pay my time, and how do you treat the person that's beneath you? See, a lot of us have been raised. I think we go back a little bit to how when we were children, you know, there's always going to be at least one older person when you're a kid that kind of, get away from me, scooch you aside or whatever. I don't have to pay attention to him. You feel as though if somebody's beneath you, you can dominate them. Or you do have dominance over them. So you feel like you don't have to be nice. You don't have to be polite. I'm in charge. They don't like what I say. It's my way or the highway. How do you treat people that are beneath you? Courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit. Taekwondo. Judo. Maximum efficiency, minimum effort, but mutual welfare and benefit. Can't we be courteous to people that we feel are beneath us? Is it really of benefit to both people, mutual welfare and benefit, if because I'm over you at a job, in a martial arts setting, whatever it is, in the family, I'm the older brother, I'm not the older brother, I'm the youngest of four, but you know what I mean. I'm the father, I'm your uncle, I'm your older cousin. Is it to my advantage to beat on you all the time? Now, there's a thing of being mean constructively where, unfortunately, you have to give this person bad news. So you tell them bad news so that they can improve their life. That's fine. But if you just abuse your power, that's not good. How do you treat the people that are beneath you? Because, see, one thing I've started to see firsthand, without putting other people's business in the street, I'm at the age now, and I used to hear this saying when I was little, but now I know it's true, that you need to be kind to the people who are your children or who are, your children, your grandchildren who are young than you, because they get to pick out your home when you get old. When we're in our prime, we're on top of the world, we really need to reach back and give and teach and coach and mentor and correct. But I really think we should do it kindly, because eventually we got to pick out, they're going to have to pick out our home when we get to be 80, 90, 100 years old. Because I look at my grandmother now, and I be thinking, I guess I got a weird sense of humor, I'm like, man, I guess it's a good thing she never pushed me down the steps or something when I was about 5 or 6 years old. Because like my grandmother, now that she's up in years, everybody's like, oh, Miss B, how can I help you? But she was nice to people. And she wasn't always nice to me. She got the belt out and stuff like that. But in a way, now that was kindness. It probably would be cruel to not discipline and correct the people that are under you. But it's not like she just slapped you every 5 minutes because she felt like it and used you for, target practice. How do you treat the people that are beneath you? That's what I think a lot of the stuff that's come up as we near the end of 2017, that's what I think has come up. And there was an article I saw today too on Roddy Ferguson's webpage. I really like to do an article about it, where the guy basically talks about how he's talking about an MMA coach, and it sounds to me like the MMA coach may have committed suicide. I don't know who that MMA coach is because I'm just a casual MMA fan at best. I look to MMA for ideas, but that's not what I'm really into because I'm just a recreational guy. But in that article, they're talking about how coaching can be a thankless job, and people act like they're doing you a favor by even coming to your gym and allowing you the privilege of teaching them. So they basically feel like that you are beneath them, and it's burning a lot of coaches out, and probably a lot of martial arts instructors out too. And then people don't want to pay for lessons because they feel like the martial arts coaches are beneath them. So, as you finish out your Christmas, your Kwanzaa, your Festivus, your solstice, your Saturnalia, your whatever you celebrate, I celebrate Christmas. As you finish out your holy days and we look towards the end of the year and we start looking at the new year, if you come across this video, yeah, you know my spiel. Take a martial arts class. If you're near me, take my class. Need to keep the class open so I can get that part-time check. But, seriously, I don't care how corny it sounds. Think about how you treat the people who are beneath you. Because I'm telling you, it comes back to bite you in the future. The little ones that are around you now are the same ones who are going to have to look after you when you get senile. Your employees that you have, at some point, and people have done this at jobs, their superiors may ask your people who are under you what they think of you. And I know for me, I have to get evaluated sometimes at my part-time job based on the opinion of the students. They evaluate me. Their parents may have to fill out a survey to evaluate me. How do I treat the people who are beneath me? I can say I try to do my best to be courteous and kind. And I hate giving them bad news sometimes, but I gotta give them bad news because, again, it's not always cruel to correct. Correction is not always cruel. It doesn't have to be cruel. Even if it's something the person doesn't want to hear, if you have to give bad news, that's something I learned as a software tester. If you have to give bad news, you should give it as courteously as possible. Don't just fly off the handle with it. Think about people's feelings while still giving them the truth. So, ask yourself, how do you treat the people who are beneath you? If we started treating people better who are beneath us, a lot of these problems that we have in this world would stop. So, thank you for your time as always. Please enjoy your holiday. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with people who like to talk about the martial arts, who also think about how they treat the people that are beneath them. Peace.